Honey, you need to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, honey.
Well, that would help. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Welcome to Mind Your Own Business.
Not till 1 in the morning.
Garth is going to handle all the tech support and he'll be dropping some things in the chat room. But thank you for joining me on a Sunday night. I have some really good news. I have lots of great training I want to share with you. This is going to be a really fun time and a productive time for all of us as we are all growing businesses. First, I want to thank everyone that already shared this to put this on your social media and to edify me. Like, I don't take that lightly. That means a lot. And so thank you for doing that, everybody. Okay, so let me kind of tell you what this is and where we're going with this. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh. Hi, Tiffany. Welcome. Okay, so let me kind of tell you what we're doing and why. So years ago, I wrote a book called Mind Your Own Business. And that's just fun to say, because when people say, what's the name of your book? And you say, Mind Your Own Business, that's just funny. But 21 days to train your brain for unstoppable success. And when the pandemic happened, my speaking career went kaputs. And we are all master pivoters if we are business owners and entrepreneurs, right? And I had to do this massive pivot and move everything online. And in that time on the treadmill where God and I have a lot of business meetings, God named my company. And the company had been around for years, but God said the name of your company is the Higher Life. And what that means, Erin, is it's high performance fueled by your higher power. And God said, you are the one that's going to pave the path for all the science and all the spirituality and all of it all in one place. And in the course of 2022, I led a mastermind, and some of you were in that, and thank you for being there. Suzanne was, and Tiffany and Shannon, and oh my gosh. But over the course of a year, I led a mastermind, and I also led what turned out to be 16 master classes. And they were just a masterpiece, and they're being turned into a book someday. But one of the reasons why I'm doing this, what I'm going to tell you what we're doing, is I want to share all of that again because I miss it. It's been a while since I've taught it and I miss it. And I think it is really, really a life-changing set of programs. So for the next 13 weeks, that's going to get us to the new year. We're going to meet on Sunday nights. You can come, and it's all free. And I am going to really be condensing all of those 16 masterclasses into 13 weeks. And it's just going to be exquisite. It's going to be so fun. I am going to be recording all of these, and they are going to be housed over on my YouTube channel. Garth is going to drop that YouTube link. I'll also post the recordings on the posts on social media where I post about the actual call. So if you're like, I didn't catch the YouTube channel. But the last thing I want right now is another Facebook group to lead. So I'm just not going to do that. Okay, so we'll post the YouTube. You'll find the recordings there by the next day, by Monday. Another reason I'm doing this is my mission on the planet is to set the captives free. And I know that sounds dramatic, but that's what it is. And really, it's setting people free from, all of their limitations, all the things that kind of imprison them, so to speak. But also freedom to create the highest life for themselves, freedom to create a business and a life that they're just obsessed with. And so this is part of my mission. So thank you for being here and being a part of my mission. Another reason I'm doing this is, quite frankly, because we're launching a new business in 15 days, and our team is almost 500 people, and I want to train them all in one place. And over the next couple of months, our team will grow to probably 2,000 people. And I want to have a place where I can train people on business and mindset and high performance and sales and leadership and all the things. So while we're not specifically talking about that business, here, that is going to be a place where people can come. And, of course, if you want to learn more about that, you can just ask Garth and I as we continue to go. Oh, thank you, Brett. It's bigger than that. Oh, that it'll be bigger than that. And then last, I'm going to tell you, I have a book that I am writing that I want to be a New York Times bestseller. And I have met with a book agent and a book author. And in this day and age, when you write a book, to get one of the big 5 publishers to even look at you, you have to have a social media following of so much, at minimum 10,000 on, all the different channels. So I'm honestly going to say I am doing this also to grow my following, because I believe when you serve more, right, we're all going to rise up. But I need to go to that publisher a year from now and say, it's 30,000 people, it's 40,000 people. So again, thank you for being a part of my dream, and my mission. That's kind of how it all works. We show up for each other. Okay. So, Garth, can you kick off the call, and I'll hit share screen and we'll get going?
Yeah, absolutely. So while Erin's getting that set up, let me take this opportunity to introduce Erin to you. Some of you on this call attending, joining us live, some of you watching this on recording have already met Erin. Some of you have not. So I want to take this opportunity and kind of quote unquote properly introduce her. So every business needs an optimizer, and Dr. Erin, the success psychologist, is your go-to expert for transforming individuals and teams into high-performing powerhouses. She's been awarded the top doctor by Best in Nevada, the professional saleswoman of Nevada, and one of the top 125 global leaders to follow by Success Magazine. She's a 7-time best-selling author, executive business coach, corporate trainer, and keynote speaker. She's also in the top 0.1% of enrollment leaders at Make Wellness, the world's first bioactive precision peptide company that launches in 15 days, which Erin just alluded to a little bit ago. In addition to that, she is an incredible spouse, a mother of our 3 children. She has a laugh that frightens small children and scares scurry, furry little animals away. But we love that laugh. I actually warned my parents when I first introduced them to him, because we're Midwesterners of Scandinavian heritage. So pepper is a spice for us. So anything loud is very scary. So I had to warn them. I said, she's got a loud laugh, but you'll learn to love it. And they absolutely have. So
Do you
with
think
that,
they love it? I don't know. I don't know, honey.
well, I'll say some family members, yes. There's some other family members.
Right. The good ones love it. The good ones. Okay, I'm teasing.
There you go. Exactly. All right. Take it away.
Oh, well, thank you. Before I get started, every week I want to do a giveaway. And again, this is how you're going to help me share all of this. But I have 2 books, and you can choose which one if you win the raffle. And this is how you're going to be entered into the raffle. If you share this call, take a screenshot or a little video. If you share on your social and tag me, that way Garth and I will be able to see who is all sharing, and we will announce the winner probably next week, but I'll probably let the winner know tomorrow when I do the raffle. But share it today on Sundays by the end of the day, and you'll be entered to win either my journal, which is called Oh, How Human of Me, and that's on Amazon. Oh, How Human of Me, discovering your highest self, not in spite of your humanity, but because of it, or Mind Your Own Business, and that's on Amazon too. So, all right, let me hit share screen. All right, are we good? Good, right? Okay. This is where we're heading. When you study business, sales, strategy, the psychology of success, the psychology and habits of high performers, I whittled all of those things down into a framework called 5 to Thrive. And the framework we're going to talk about tonight is particularly for sales. And that when you look at every single sales process, they are all the same. And when you know that process, you can then duplicate that process in your life. You can then know that that's my strategy. That's exactly what I need to be doing, no matter what I'm selling. That's the strategy. It's the same every single time. And so we're going to be going over these 5 steps of the sales process, but I want to show you kind of where we're heading in the next couple weeks as well, because it also falls under this 5 to Thrive framework. So I will come back to this slide, but we're also in the future going to be talking about really how to get yourself thriving. So you are the greatest growth accelerator of your business. You are the greatest leader of your business. You are you are your greatest cheerleader. You are it. And so there's an acronym that I have for all of this, and it's called AMPed. And the whole idea behind AMPed was, this idea of supercharging your success, of turning the volume up on your mission, your passion, your energy, your enthusiasm, your impact, your influence, your sales, your income, right? So we're going to live the amped life. So open up your chat room if you would. And if you're ready to get amped, please say, I'm ready to get amped, or I'm amped, or help me get amped. Okay. So when you study the happiest people, and the happiest people who happen to also be the most successful, there really are 5 pillars. The greatest research study ever done was done by Brendan Burchard, and he is one of my mentors. He was Oprah's mentor. I studied under him for many, many years. I gave him a lot of my money, and it was all worth it, but he's just amazing. And he studied high performers, and really 30 to 40 years of the science, the neuroscience, the habits of these happy, successful people that really have it all. They have these 5 pillars. And so we're going to be talking about these in the future. We're going to talk about why and how you can be activated, which means activating your ideal self, your highest self, this idea of who is he, who is she, and be him or her now. High performers are motivated. They just have an idea of what their mission is that actually pulls them. So you can learn how to kind of break up with this, I'm pushing and trying to make my life happen, and I'm constantly pushing and all that effort. And instead it can feel like you're being pulled. Doesn't that sound wonderful, everybody? So I'm going to teach you how to do that. They're productive. And you know this, right? You're like, I know they don't get extra hours in the day. So how do they get more done? How? Well, there's a simple reason and strategy for that. They are energized. Turns out to have kind of be a CEO and be a business titan, you're going to need about the same level of energy as an NFL quarterback. And so we'll talk about how you can actually generate your own energy. It's not just this thing that the lucky people in the world get to experience, or it must be nice to have her kind of energy. No, you're going to generate and bring the energy. You're going to bring the joy, and I'm going to teach you how. And then, of course, it kind of makes sense that high performers are very disciplined, and there is so much freedom in discipline. And I can't wait to show you how that's true. But what I mean by that is, you become a person that does what they say they're going to do, and you learn to count on yourself. And because of that, high performers have really strong levels of confidence. They're very joyful. They're very engaged. They're not asleep at the wheel. They're alive in their life. So that's where we're heading in the next couple of weeks. We're also heading to this kind of discussion. In business, the 5 pillars to really succeed in business, generally speaking, can also be in this acronym, AMPed. I'm going to teach you how to attract your ideal client so that they're just lining up like, I would like to work with you. Is there room for me? Can I give you my pay, my money? Can I hand you my credit card? You're going to know how to exactly attract them. And we're going to talk about what your niche is, and it's going to blow your mind. It might be a way that you've never, ever heard anyone talk about niche, because most people get that wrong. And you might be like, who is my niche? And I'm going to help you with that, and you're going to nail it. It's going to be really fun. We're going to workshop that together. So A is attract your ideal client. M, you've got to figure out how to market and message, right? In a way that has your ideal client saying, oh my gosh, it's like she's in my head. How does she know? How does he know that that's exactly how I'm feeling? You then have to figure out P, your products, pricing, and packaging. You have to then figure out E, how to enroll with ease, which is just sales, right? And we're talking about that today. And then D, one needs to figure out how to duplicate and scale. So lots of things, lots of those are a little bit of a preview of kind of what we're going over. So let's dive in tonight. Okay, before we dive in to the 5 steps of every single sales process, I want you to do a couple things. First, I want you to listen with 2 hats on. The first hat I want you to listen through or with is the hat that is for you yourself, the business owner, so that you look at these steps and you say, how am I doing on that step? And oh my gosh, I'm really great on steps 1 through 4, but 5 is just abysmal. Or, oh, I'm really great at that, but that really needs help. And I feel like if that's where the stopgap is. And if I fix that, everything probably would change. And I also want you to put the second hat on of thinking about how you're going to use this strategy to coach those that you work with and or lead. So if you're in business, you have a team around you. And if they are having struggles, you can also say, okay, we've got 5 steps. Which one are you, doing awesome at? And which ones do you think that you need help with? And if you burn these 5 words into your brain like a brain tattoo, you will really be able to figure out where the loopholes are for you and completely start selling more than you ever have. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Okay. So before I dive in, I would love you to open up your chats and let's tell each other, what do you want to sell more of? What are we all selling here? Do we have realtors? Do we have people slinging peptides? Do we have people selling coaching? What are we selling? What are we selling? I want to see. Put it in the chat room. Maybe you're even selling, oh my gosh, exactly. Maybe you're selling an opportunity. Maybe you're selling, network marketing opportunity. Yes, you're selling health and longevity. And quite literally, probably, Patricia, you're selling health products, right? Longevity products, the opportunity, peptides, tools and solutions to live longer. Love it. Tacos. Oh my gosh, Valentine. I think she has a taco truck. I think we just met and you have a taco truck, right? Okay, let me keep seeing. What else are you selling? Private franchises. Yes. Some of us are selling networking opportunities. Some of us are selling, but like literally, what are you selling? So literally, I'm selling bioactive precision peptides. I'm selling books. I'm selling coaching. I'm selling psychology services in my private practice. I'm selling keynote speaking. So lots of things I'm selling. Oh, great, Melissa. Facebook marketing services for health and wellness coaches. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So this is what you're going to want to think of as we walk through the 5 steps. All right. So the first step in every sales process is some sort of conversation. This is most likely going to actually be between a human and a human. You're actually going to want to talk to the humans. You're going to hear me say this a lot. Okay. Most sales are going to happen after there's some sort of speaking to the humans. Okay. Of course, there's cold calling, like literally cold calling, but that's speaking to the humans too. So we're going to think of ways that we can do sales without having to do a lot of the cold calling, because I'm going to set that up for you. So this might seem really simple and like, oh my gosh, of course. But one of the ways that you're going to do step 1 is compliment people or tell them, I was thinking of you today. So let's say, for example, I just met Hindi last week and I was thinking about her because I just got my hair done, and I'm going to say, Hindi, I told my hairdresser I want to look just like you. And I, when I go gray, and I hope you're doing great. And it was great to see you. That is a conversation, and it's what I call a deposit into your relationship capital. Would you agree with me? It's much easier to withdraw from your relationship capital if you have deposited something into it. A withdraw is kind of like when you're asking for the sale, right? That's kind of hard to do, or harder to do, if you have nothing deposited into your relationship bank, your relationship capital. So Luke and I, a great example of, we just met at another company's event. Garth and I flew and we were at this event. I think it was Vegas. And I always find and connect with the high energy people. So he and I, connected, and over time, we have added value to each other's life on Facebook Messenger. We are just talking about complimenting each other, and, oh my gosh, your training was great, or, oh, I love that hat you're wearing. Okay. You're going to start talking to the humans. Maybe you start a conversation and say, hey, I just wanted to reach out. We're in the same group. How long have you been following this mentor? How long have you been interested in llamas? Okay, like whatever group you're in. Okay, this is your secret sauce. You're going to go around the earth and just ask people, so, like, what do you do? What gets you excited? What do you do? It's the question that we all know to ask. But here's the beauty of what do you do, is they often will bounce it back to you and ask you, what do you do? But what do you do is a biggie, okay? Maybe you might ask, because you haven't seen someone in a while, what is new? What are you focused on right now? Like what's on the docket for the rest of the year? Now, if I am asking someone, what do you do? I might say, oh my gosh, what do you love most about that? You're a realtor. Like, you've been a realtor for 18 years. What do you love? You must love that. I'm going to assume the positive. I'm going to assume the best. They're either going to say, I do, I love it. And I might say, what do you love most about being a realtor? Like, and what's going on in real estate right now? I just get really curious, right? And if and then they might say, oh my gosh, I really hate being a real estate agent. And, oh my gosh, well, what would you love? Like, what would you love to do? But we're going to talk to the humans. Social media tip, you could take some time to look at their profile and page. I am often going into Facebook Messenger and saying, I just got to say, like, that dress you're wearing is unbelievable. And I use my voice, and people connect with me. And I am not necessarily the most extroverted person. You might think I am, but I like my couch. I like my alone time, but I know how to talk to people. I enjoy talking to people, and I bring energy and I bring the joy. Okay. And they can hear that in a voice message. And notice, I am not selling them anything in this first step. That would be weird. Hashtag don't be weird, right? That's weird. That's so weird. And I know that you know that. Okay. So conversation, step one, conversation. Okay. The second step in any sales sequence is the invitation. You're inviting them to something. Maybe you're inviting them to coffee. Maybe you're inviting them to a literal presentation that you're giving. Maybe you're inviting them to take a look at a video of something you do. Maybe you're inviting them to a networking event. Maybe you're inviting them to take a look at your keynote speaking services, but you're inviting them to the presentation where you're going to talk about what you do and how it might serve them. But I want to share something with you. A social media post. Let's talk about the difference between an invitation and prospecting. Okay. So prospecting, and I think a lot of people think they're selling, but they're just prospecting. A social media post most often is kind of like a billboard on the side of the street. It's like, I am here. I have news. I just got a puppy. I just started a business. I now sell bioactive precision peptides. That is not an invitation. That is just a billboard on the side of the road. It's necessary, but not sufficient. Does that make sense? Telling you we're getting married is different than inviting you to the wedding. Okay. Okay. So marketing is not prospecting. Marketing is announcing, it's an announcement. Some announcements have calls to action at the end. So maybe your post is like, let me know if you want more info, drop the word info. That's a call to action. That's an invitation, but that's just a announcement. So if you're just announcing things and you're like, why isn't anyone talking to me? It's either because you haven't asked them to do anything or you haven't reached out to them and then invited them to something. Okay. So an invitation, you're inviting them to the thing that you want to tell them about. So you might say something as simple as, I'm launching a new project. I want to share it with you. Would you be open to watching a 5-minute video? 5 minutes, right? Human beings psychologically love to be open. So I'm not going to use the word interested because no one's sitting around interested in things they don't even know they should be interested in, but they want to be open. They want to be open. Most humans want to be open. You might say, I'd love to share something with you that I'm really excited about. Can I send it over? It's like 5 minutes. But you're asking. This is a really great one. Hey, I just found a way to blank. I would love to share it with you. Can I share it with you? You might say that to someone. You might say, Di, I just found a way to lose weight, kind of like those Ozempic shots, but it's not a shot and you don't lose any muscle. Like, can I share it with you? I know you've been in the gym and you've been really, excited about like your health journey. Like, I just found a way to. You might say, I just found a way to make like $1,000 a month working, I don't know, like a couple hours a week. Like, are you open? Can I share it with you? It's a really great way to send that invitation. I have found a way to. Are you interested? Can I share it with you? Okay. Step 1 and 2. Conversation invitation. You're going to have this brain tattoo by the end of tonight of these 5 words. Conversation invitation. And we're inviting them to the presentation. So conversation, invitation, presentation. The presentation is where you're sharing what you're doing, or you're sharing what you offer, or you're talking to the humans about the problem you solve to figure out if they want that problem solved. Okay. So a presentation quite literally could be the 5-minute video. It could be a coffee date. It could be speaking. It could be a webinar. It could be a lunch and learn. I mean, it can be all the things, right? It could be a brochure that you're walking them through. Like, presentation is just a fancy word for you telling people what you're doing. Okay. So if you're sending a video, for example, you'll say, here, okay, great. Here it is. Because they said, sure, send it over, right? And here's where you're going to seed the follow-up. You're going to plant the follow-up, which is the step coming after this, step 4. So you're going to seed the follow-up in your presentation if you want to be like a super ninja salesperson and like amazing pro tip. So it looks like this. Okay, here's the video. I'll circle back with you tomorrow to see what excites you the most. Not only are you seeding and telling them, I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow, but you are anticipating and you are using Positive, expectant language. I can't wait to see what excites you the most. Not, I can't wait to see what you think. We're never going to say those words. We're never, ever going to say those words again. When we say, I want to know what you think, God bless us humans, but us humans do not want to be easy pushovers. We want to appear like we are smart and intelligent and that we have a critical eye and that we are discerning and so what do you think triggers us humans to be critical? And we do not want that. Okay. So we are going to eliminate. What did you think? We're going to say, oh my gosh, what excited you? Like, what excited about you most about that? Okay. The thing to really also think about when you're doing your presentation, whatever you're selling, is your prospect is asking themselves usually two questions, sometimes not the first one, but they're asking themselves, could I do this? Like, could I do what you're doing, especially in network marketing? Or is this going to help me? Is this actually going to help me solve my problem? Is this person capable of solving my problem? Is their service and solution a solution to my problem? Would I be successful? So when Garth and I sold our house and we met with our realtor, the questions we were asking ourselves was, is she going to be able to sell our house? Like, we're in the presentation, which was talking about selling our house and how much should it be and what are the comps. That was her presentation. We were making all sort of calculated, thoughts about, should we hire her? Can she get the job done? What's her track record? What does she know about the industry? So if you're in network marketing, keep in mind that first question. If you're doing a presentation, you want everyone to be able to say, I could do that. So if you're doing something really snazzy that you can't duplicate, we're going to say no to that. Right? Okay. All right. So conversation, invitation, presentation, follow up. All right. Step 4 is follow up. So remember yesterday when you said, I'll circle back with you tomorrow to see what excites you? Now, because you seeded the follow-up, now you are never chasing someone. You're never convincing someone. You're never bothering someone because you are just doing what you said you're going to do. You are getting points for being a professional. You are getting points for doing what you said you're going to do, for showing that you actually really value it. And you're just the person that, wow, she must really take this seriously. She must be really proud of what she does and what she's offering because she's actually following up with me. Hey, circling back like I said I would. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And you literally hit the repeat button. Hit the repeat button, say, I'm so excited. What excited you most about what you saw? Let's say they reach out and they say, oh, I haven't watched it yet. No problem. I'll circle back with you tomorrow. It's 5 minutes, so I'll circle back with you tomorrow. And again, you just say again, hey, circling back like I said I would. What are you excited about? Isn't that cool what you saw? Are you excited? If they have watched it, you say, amazing. Isn't this exciting? Isn't this great? Whatever words you would say. And then you could say, the next step, you could say, let's get you started. Sounds like you're ready to get started, but that's the next step. Okay. So you're following up. Sometimes you won't need to follow up because in the presentation, people are like, I would like to give you my money. I would like to sign up. Give me the link. I want to enroll, so sometimes you actually don't have to do follow up because people in the presentation will do step 5, which you'll see. They will tell you yes or no. Ashley, this is amazing. This step absolutely helps you not feel like a nag. You will never feel like a nag anymore. You're welcome. You're going to love it. You're going to be like, I have to follow up because if I don't, then I look like a fool and I look like the person that doesn't say what she's going to do, what she says she's going to do. Okay. Conversation, invitation, presentation, follow up. Oh, I'm going to give you the 4-day follow-up sequence if any of you wants to use it. Okay. This is 4 days of following up. This is for you brave souls out there that really want to get to your step 5 and you want to get a yes or no. Okay. So day 1, we went over that already. Circling back about the video or the conversation we had. Are you ready? Are you excited? What's got you excited? Day 2, hey, it's me again, following up about the video, bumping up the message. I know life gets busy. If I don't hear from you, I'll circle back here tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Hope you're enjoying the weather, Day 3, hey, circling back about the video. Oh my gosh, I will say I really think this is worth 5 minutes of your time. I hope you have time to watch it today. And then I get kind of silly because that's my personality. And I'll say like, love your personal stalker, Dr. Erin. Like, I'm just going to play with it and have fun because I'm assuming the best. I'm assuming positive. I'm not taking, this personally. And then day 4 is when I say, hey, following up again about the video, the 5-minute video I sent over. Hey, would you like me to take you off my follow-up list? Because really, that's totally cool too. Just let me know. Guess what happens when you say that? They all chime in. Oh my gosh, don't take me off your follow-up list. No, I was just busy. I just got, no, I've actually just, been taking care of my mother who's in the hospital. Most people don't want to be taken off a list. So that's what I do, 4 days. And then we get to step 5, the ending step, the last step. Some would say the most important one, but I guess they're all important. It is called collect a decision. Do you know that you are in the business of collecting decisions? That is what sales is. If you aren't collecting a decision, you haven't taken people through the sales sequence. Okay. So you're collecting the decision, yes or no. Do they want to buy from you, partner with you, hire you, work with you? Okay. If you can become playfully obsessed with collecting decisions, you will enjoy your business because you will become unattached to the outcome. I promise you this. If you become a professional decision collector and you just fall in love with, I didn't get that person through all 5 steps. If you get people through all 5 steps, you will feel so proud of yourself and you will know that you did your job with no boxes unchecked, that you will have to feel good about yourself. You will literally, inevitably grow your confidence because you will then know that you belong to the sales numbers club that all sales numbers belong to, which is for every 10 people you put through these 5 steps, there are numbers that respond. About half respond, 3 say yes, and about 1 sticks around. I don't want to focus on those numbers so much, but because sometimes when you have a product that's a marketplace differentiator that no one else has, you're going to have much better numbers than the typical sales numbers. But I want you to understand something, and you might want to write this down. People aren't numbers, but business is. People aren't numbers, but business is. So I don't look at the humans in my life with numbers on their foreheads, like there's another one, there's another one. But I do understand I have to talk to enough humans to collect my decisions. Makes sense, right? So I'm not complimenting all the humans out there just to make a sale. I'm complimenting because it's a fun way to live. Can I get an amen on a Sunday? I'm complimenting and connecting and saying, I just thought of you because I like to connect with humans. It just so happens it's a really strategic business move. Do you see? People aren't numbers, but business is. If you know you want to, for example, enroll or make 5 sales a month, you know I've got to at least talk to 10. I got to double it at least, probably 20 to 30, right? But you've got to collect decisions. If half of those people are even going to look at it and about half of those people are going to say yes or no, you do the math, right? So if I ever know, okay, I want to enroll 100 people. That was our goal in this new company. I want to enroll 100 directs in my first whatever days it was. I knew how many people I had to talk to. Okay, so collect a decision, yes or no. If you get a yes, here's a great tip to say, what's the easiest way for you to get started? What's the easiest way for you to pay? People love easy. So fall in love with that word. What's the easiest time for you to meet up with me again? What's the easiest? Okay. Another really great tip is to give people 2 options. Do you want to sign up or do you want me to sign up sign you up right now? Which one's easier for you? Okay. So giving people 2 options. What's easiest? People love that. If they are a no, oh my gosh, thank you so much for letting me know. And then if you're really brave, you can ask for a referral. And I love to share it like this. I love to say, I'm on mission to blank, and we're going to help you figure out what your mission is over these next couple of weeks. But I'm on mission to help people create a business they are just obsessed with. I'm on mission to help people lose weight in a healthy way. I'm on mission to grow this community of women that I'm on mission to sell dream houses to people in this area and make it as stress-free as possible. It would mean so much to me if we could partner and you could think of one person that we could bless together. Who would love that? Who do you know that's also maybe, looking for a house or looking to lose weight without, taking the shots or whatever. And if they say, oh my gosh, let me think about it. Awesome. When would be a good time to circle back for that name? Thank you so much. This is so great. We can bless people together. And they'll tell you, well, let's see. How about Wednesday? Great. Then guess what? When you reach out on Wednesday, hey, just circling back for that name. I'm so excited to hear who you thought of, that we can bless together. Thank you so much. Again, you're not bothering anybody, right? You're just doing what you said you're going to do. Okay. Remember this, the most successful business builders collect the most decisions. So I want you to think and share in the chat, would you? What is the step that you do the best at? What is the step that you're like, I am nailing that step? We've got conversation, invitation, presentation, follow-up, collect a decision. Which one are you just doing great at? I want you to recognize what you're doing well at. And then I want you to think about and write. Great, invitation. Yes, good. We've all heard like the person who invites the most people will grow the biggest business too, right? But there's a couple steps after the invitation. Yeah. So which step is the one that you're struggling the most with? Or like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I wasn't doing that. But if I did that, that would change the game. Which step? Let me show you the slide again. Conversation, invitation, presentation, follow-up, collect a decision. Luke, I'm sure you're great at conversation. Yeah. Yep. So now we all have an idea of which one we can work on. If you are in network marketing, you can see that if someone on your team were to say, I don't know what you all are doing. I'm just not getting I'm not having any success. I am just not getting anywhere. You say, oh my gosh, okay, so let's get out our 5 steps. Walk me through like which ones you're doing great at and which ones you're struggling with. And they might be like, well, I actually haven't talked to any humans, or I've talked to one human. And then you understand we've got to have more conversations. It's oh, I've talked to them all. I sent out 50 messages on Monday, and that's where I stopped, So you're going to be able to coach your sales team in whatever business that you're in, how to thrive with the 5 to Thrive as well. So I am going to stop share and open up for Q&A. If you need to go, we will see you next week. I hope. Would love to have you. We'll put the recordings on YouTube. Garth will put my channel there, but I will open it up for Q&A for a couple minutes if anyone has anything they want, coaching on or help with. Yes.
And just as a reminder, everyone's muted, so you'll have to unmute yourself if you have a question, or you can drop in the chat.
I can't see the first name because my screen's over it. Guess whoever's waving your hand, please.
Hey, Dr. Erin, this is Di Carter. I cannot be on the video because my girls, they're all in pajamas after 8 o'clock. So
got it. Di.
Nighttime,
Hi, Di.
yeah, it's me, Di. So nighttime, I don't have any of that. I just want to come here to say I wish everybody on my team was on this call. And I want to say thank you for the scripts. I actually have been using your scripts. And I've been teaching my whole entire team. So we have Charlene in here, we have Rita, like some of the people from my team. And I absolutely love them. It is working. It has helped me brought a little bit over 37 people on my team. This past 3 days, I brought in extra 7 people with your scripts.
Amazing, Di.
Yeah. So I wanted to say, guys, she is teaching the right thing. If you were not like doing some screenshot, you should do it, because she taught a few other scripts today that I still don't have. And it was just absolutely incredible. So my number 1 script that she talks about all the time is just like, hope you're doing well. Have you heard about the company name? And I use that and I teach that. My whole entire team do it. They were here. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything that you're doing. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Di, so much. I received that. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's Rhonda that was doing the waving. Oh, thank you. Go ahead, Rhonda. Thank you, Di.
Hi there.
Hi, Rhonda.
I'm from Canada on a native reservation, and most of my friends and everyone I know is from there. So I'm struggling a little bit with affiliates, getting people who want to go through the process of doing that thing. Are you going to help us with like cold markets, like people, how we would attract people like on TikTok or Instagram that aren't like personal friends? Because I always get stuck with this. I was with another company, Live Good, and when products are delivered to a reservation, there's no taxes, and many of my family and friends won't order if the taxes aren't taken off. So I always run into a problem. So I'm trying to get into a market where they're not all my personal family.
Yeah.
Even though I have large families, I don't know how to break into the coal market.
Okay, got it. So where are the humans? Okay, so yes, we will do more trainings on where are all the humans and who should I be talking to? And there's 7 billion of these humans, but which ones and how? And of course, well, maybe not of course, but some of your efforts, some of all of our efforts as a business owner need to be in the bucket of marketing and / networking, where you're increasing the humans that you're talking to and know. And I always think, hang out and do things that you love, and you're going to attract people that are also that. You're also going to be in the highest state of frequency and energy, So if you love doing yoga, go to yoga and go to the same yoga class every week. But if you hate doing yoga, don't go to yoga, so think about how do I move cold market people into my warm market, which is literally just how do I make friends? I want you to think just, it's as simple as kindergarten, making friends, compliments, saying something nice, communicating with the humans. So yes, we will talk more about all that, Rhonda, but I also am going to give you a tip for your favorite humans, the ones that are your friends. I always, I love to give people a reason why I'm reaching out. So I might say, hey, I hope you're doing amazing. Did you catch, the football game today, whatever, just a little small talk. And then you say, hey, the reason I'm reaching out is I was on this business coaching call with this new business I'm launching. And the business coach asked me to write down my top 10 favorite humans. And you made the list. Like, of course you made the list. And she said to reach out to you about this thing. So, I mean, you're my dear friend. So I am a big fan of reaching out to your most favorite humans on the planet. It's going to be real weird if they're like, why didn't you share this with me? I'm offended, So I don't count out my friends and family. I might not prospect them if I kind of know how that's going to go. But I certainly reach out to my favorite humans, and I might give them that reason. So I hope that helps. We have time for one more question. Okay. Okay. This is going to be really fun. We've got 13 more weeks together, and then we're going to end with this incredible New Year's extravaganza where we're going to map out our whole next year and all the things. And we're going to thrive in 2025 because that rhymes, aren't we? Yes, we are. Thank you for being with me, everyone. Go and share it if it blessed you, if you feel comfortable doing that. And I'll let you know who wins, and you can pick which one you want. We're going to do that every single week on Sundays when we're sharing. So we'll see you. We'll see you next time. Blessings, everyone. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. Bye. No, bye.